What's going on, beloved? Shaji. Black people and the intelligence separation. There has to be a separation of class. There has to be a separation of class within the black community, like every other race. There is no race, no culture that is one to the point where criminals are allowed to be on the same footing and status and respect as hardworking, due diligent, legit working people within that society. There is no way. There must be an intelligence separation. Now, why do you say that, Shaji? I say that because there are low class, low informed, low IQ. There are spiritually decadent and deprived, spiritually depraved. There are spiritually disgusting black women and black men who keep the black culture at the bottom, at a standstill, in a constant stagnant loop, and it keeps it disorganized and dysfunctional. We have to separate from them. How do you do this? You procreate with an outstanding, masculine, intelligent, well-to-do black man and well-to-do black woman who's also intelligent, well-to-do, feminine, who has the right intention for herself, her family, her creator, and her man, and her kids. You have to separate from low-class blacks. There must be an intelligence separation. If this does not happen, the whole ship will continue to not only just sink to new depths at the bottom of the sea, because make no mistake, it's not above water. It is not above water. This has to happen. Don't matter if it's on the news, social media, friends, family, lovers, it has to be done away with. It has to be done away with. If you don't have a separation of class from mental, emotional, spiritual, you can throw in economics, but economics is not really part of the reason why the black community is so far down. It's the mindset before the money. Before the paper and the properties and all that, it's the principles. You understand? There has to be a separation of class and intelligence. There are low class, there are degenerate black women and black men that are literally strangling the pulse, the veins of this culture. And this culture is trash. It's done. Black culture is trash. Any black person not acknowledging that, you out your mind. It's trash. Can we talk about some of the good things that peek out through the cracks and crevices? Of course you can. But overall, it's trash. From family structure to wealth, to how you raise kids, to your dating and mating selection, to the standards of black men, to the standards of black women, to the standards of so-called black kids. It's trash. It is trash. There has to be a separation of intelligence on all fronts: spiritual, mental, emotional, energetically, physically, economic, soulful. There has to be a separation. It has to be a separation. Any black people that's offended by what I'm saying, you're a part of the problem. No group, no other race is one people on one soundtrack. However, every group has a sound signal that they broadcast that represent the characteristics of their race. When people think of black people, you tell me, what do they think about? What's broadcasted? Asians, intelligence, close-knitness. The Latin, Hispanic line, family. When you think about Caucasians, you think about wealth and family. The Indians, wealth and family. What do you think about when you think about the black family? Do tell. There has to be a separation of intelligence, of intentions, of beliefs. Has to be. And even when you separate from that, you have to be on one accord about something that we all can agree on for the betterment of the culture and the race. Everything doesn't have to be everything the same, but we have to agree on a sound mind that, hey, you know what? I agree on that, I agree on that, I agree on that, I agree on that, because it benefits the whole. Let natural selection kill off the unimportant, the degenerate, the recessive. Blacks, black culture, and intelligence separation. Shaji.